Hey, internet people. I'm uploading my first video here, just sort of as a way for me to have an area, a platform even, to just sort of communicate like what the story of my life is. Um, if I need to talk somewhere, unload some things, I figure I might as well just make a YouTube series on that instead of always just calling my friends all the time. Um, the reason I'm speaking very softly is because I don't really want to disturb my neighbors too much right now. Maybe as the series progresses or whatever, I might, like my video quality might sort of improve. But as a first sort of trial, just getting this idea out here, um, any action is a step in the right direction. And I figured what better background gameplay to have than Minecraft, because Minecraft is just, it's a relaxing, sort of low brain power game that I feel like everyone is emotionally connected to. Or at least everyone in my age group should have some form of nostalgia for Minecraft. Um, as for life topics, um, right now I have exams happening in like 2 weeks that I'm not ready for, but I mean, who is? Um, I just like, go through every day, and it's like everyone around me is a sort of NPC with like the same parameters assigned to them. Like they have the same sort of thinking patterns, the same value system. It's very hard to sort of actively see people who might actually be interesting to be around. But then again, um, it's not like I'm talking to everyone I see and getting to know everything about them, so maybe it's a me issue. I don't know if you can hear that, but like there's some background noise happening. Um, we're gonna just ignore it. At least I am. I'm gonna try to. Um, it's like every day that goes by is sort of just a constant mini war in of itself. Like that's just how life is sort of feeling, um, for me at least. Like there's always some battle that has to be overcome. And I'm fortunate to have a friend that, like, makes those battles sort of easier. But life never used to always feel like that. It's like as I get older, everything just becomes a lot more, like, a lot more effort has to be put in just to make it to the end of each day. It's like I wake up and there's this whole massive list of things that I have to do in order to just simply stay, like, not falling behind, basically. Um, I don't know if anyone else can relate. Oh yeah, also I wanted to mention that this, like, sort of whatever videos may be part of the series that may or may not continue. They're all unscripted. They're all just sort of, I open my Minecraft and I start talking. So, I mean, obviously, the first sort of few attempts will be very shaky and bad. But the idea is as they go on, they will sort of just naturally improve. Um, I'm not doing this for views. I don't really care if anyone sees these. It's just an area to voice things in my head, so it's not just all sort of bottled up, I guess. Because my alternative that I used to do, that I probably might go back to, would just be like um, talking to my friends about what I'm thinking, and that takes up their time, and they're not always available. So it's like now I I have this as an option, maybe. I mean, obviously, I still might prefer talking to people because that's just like who wouldn't. Also, like, why are there grass blades growing in these houses? Is that like a normal? Is this supposed to happen? I don't know. Um, it's kind of weird seeing these new village structures with the old villager texture packs. But I guess that's like unavoidable without other mods or whatever. Also, like my eating habits have just gone off the rails, like since sort of being in university. There's no like designated time for any meals. I just eat like food so that I make sure I hit my macro target, and it's like I just had dinner and it's 1:47 right now, so I had dinner at 1 o'clock. It was very early for dinner. And it's like it wasn't even a real dinner. It was just like some Starbucks like sugar cookie latte and like their cranberry joy or whatever. And it's like I didn't even want to eat that food, but I was already at like 200 grams of protein from my breakfast and lunch, and it's like if I had any more food that I would want to eat, I would actually be consuming too much protein. And it's like all these little things I have to keep track of, just like the protein, the calories, the grams of fat, like everything like that, carbohydrates, sodium amount. And then it's like, just aside from food, it's like, well, okay, did I do my 10,000 steps minimum today? Did I go to the gym today? Did I study what I needed to study? I did not study what I need to study. I decided to record this instead, which is a bad idea, but I do not care because I need to get this ball rolling. I think I need this. This will be better for me in the long run. How is the sun already setting? It's barely been like 10 minutes. I guess a Minecraft cycle or half period is like 10 minutes, so it makes sense. Good thing I stole a bed earlier. I've been getting into coding a lot as that happens to be sort of my major. Um, and I must report I find C sharp to be probably the more enjoyable language out of the ones I've used. Like in high school, they taught us like Java, JavaScript, and C++. It's like in university they're teaching about C sharp, and I'm gonna say like C sharp. It's a lot more intelligent. It flows easier in terms of legibility for me. There's a lot less awkward like symbols in the keywords, but I don't know. They're both like all these languages are respectively important in their areas that they're used. But I just find C sharp to be like it's a very neat language. I was talking to one of my friends I met on Roblox, which is very stupid. Like, who the hell meets people on Roblox? Anyways, I was talking to her yesterday, and it's like she was saying how um, it's just very hard to determine what sort of career to go after because all the options that are enjoyable don't pay well, and all the options that pay well have like a lot of work involved. And it's like, that's kind of true. Um, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, you pursue something you're passionate about, well, you're gonna struggle financially, um, unless you know how to like manipulate that into a business and exploit other people's money to profit from it. Or you settle for something that you can live financially comfortably with, but your overall emotional state is gonna be full of dread. Also, I have like maybe 20 minutes left of talking before I must depart because life, there's not as much free time as there used to be. Speaking of free time, it's like when I was a kid, I had all these best friends throughout my childhood, like a few different ones, precisely 3 different ones, actually 4. And it's like now I look back at my life and I don't really talk to any of them. Like, it's kind of sad. Nothing, any like negative thing happened with one of them, I guess, but the rest I just sort of grew apart from. And it's just like people I would consider my brothers are now strangers to me. So now it's like whenever anyone wants, like, has the potential to get close to me, it's like, well, chances are it's gonna be a waste of time. Like for example, before going to my university, I joined a bunch of online socials for it, and I tried connecting to people, and I actually did make a friend who happened to be going to my university as well. And then one night, I was just like, I wanted someone to interact with while walking home because like it was like an hour and a half of walk, and it's like that's kind of brutal to do. Just raw dogging it. So okay, I'll call my friend. And basically, I ended up like just saying something which I didn't even think was that bad, and she just blocked me, like, and now just fully cut me off, and no warning or anything. And it's like, how, like, she was my friend for 5 months before blocking me. I just don't understand how people can um, seem all fine and everything, and then just they disappear. So that's what I mean. Like, that was a recent connection that ended up executing about the way all my other connections would. Um, like, just, yeah, I'll make friends with people. I'll become likable to them, then they'll become likable to me. We get along, and then one day we're strangers, you know? Like, like we never even knew each other. I don't know if you guys also have those experiences, but they really it turns you off from trying to make connections work, putting effort in. Like, especially as a kid, man, having like spending years of my life with my best friends, and then just and now they're all strangers. It kind of hurts a little bit, but it doesn't really hurt. Like, I'm not emotionally in pain. I'm just like disappointed. Like, why was I so insignificant to you when you were so significant to me? I don't know. It's kind of just friends for me. They come and go, even though they have no reason to. They do regardless. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to be monologuing, but like I don't know what else to say about that sort of friend situation. I think maybe like um I don't know. I can't really say anything else because the message has already sort of been said, and I've run out of topics, so I'm just trying to think of something else. I'm not really good at talking. Like, usually, most of the time, I'm just quiet. Um, I guess, like, I could talk about hobbies. Um, they're like ways people sort of cope with life. It's like, what can I do in order to distract myself from the misery outside of whatever is taking up the attention? And it's like, I'm gonna be honest, the hobbies I used to have, I've replaced them with better ones. Um, so basically, I used to play video games a lot, and I used to watch YouTube like a lot. And now I rarely play video games on my computer. Um, and if I do, it's really not for a long time. It's not like for half the day like it used to be, which I guess is just a natural order of things. But on top of that, it's like um, it's kind of the things I used to consider my hobbies were really just sort of addictions, or like they faded away from me. Um, like I used to be into RC cars, but it's like, how can I continue doing that when it requires so much sort of space, and now I'm like in a tiny little dorm, and it's like it wasn't really my passion, it was more my dad's passion that I also liked, which is weird. I don't know, man. So now what are my hobbies? Probably like I spend a lot of my free time just going on walks and going to the gym. Maybe like researching food recipes because I want to be a good cook for when I have my own kitchen. I want to be able to make good food for myself because like who wouldn't? I guess a lot of people, because I don't think that many people care about what they're putting into their bodies. Like that's why like junk food addictions are so common. It's kind of really bad actually. If you guys are addicted to junk food, please stop. It's you're slowly just killing yourself more rapidly, basically. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. I don't really care. It's not like these videos are reaching anyone anyways. Also, can we talk about like the world's sort of like immigration problem? Um, I feel like a lot of European and Western countries, like in the last 10 years, have just sort of blown up with foreigners, which you know, I would like to believe it's not a bad thing, but maybe like this is just from my perspective, but it's like as time went on, it's like in these countries, like the quality of life has just plummeted, nosedived. And I'm not saying like it's entirely the immigrants' fault, but like surely it's a factor. And I don't know why it's still sort of supported. And it's like it's all these free countries, like Canada, America, um, UK, Sweden. It's like I feel like maybe they say you're allowed to have freedom of speech, but when you actually try to exercise that freedom of speech in ways people may not necessarily think are idealistic values, you do in fact get punished for it. Like, for example, I had this seminar at my school, like for like a discussion with my class for a grade, basically, and it was reviewing like the message behind like White Girl's Instagram and Bo Burnham's Inside, which is a show on Netflix, and it's like a musical, and in that show, there's a song called A White Girl's Instagram. And my classmates were saying, well, um, it sort of highlights the racism that the white girl Instagram pages may have unknowingly because of just cultural appropriation for aesthetic purposes. And then I just like when a teacher was like, "Does anyone want to add anything?" Like this is a summary. It's not word for word of what was said, but I said like I think the reason that Bo Burnham used Instagram specifically when it could really be any social media. In his example, in his song, it was that like the user base on Instagram, they're more like exposed to intentional racism because like everyone knows that Instagram's a racism app. Um, so it's just more like accepted if there's racism via cultural appropriation because the users of that platform simply don't really care. And then like everyone just looked at me, including the teacher, like I was an absolute like crazy person. Like I was some sort of Nazi. It's like, are you guys really this daft that you don't recognize that Instagram is like the racism app? I don't know, maybe I'm the delusional one. And maybe like I'll just get blasted in the comments for it, but I cannot be the only one who just like sees every other reel as just literally the N word in like a funk song or whatever. Um, yeah, it's pretty fried, but that's what makes it funny. And if you're not laughing at that, well, lighten up a little bit. Like, life is hard enough as it is. You gotta learn to laugh. Don't take things too seriously all the time. That's sort of the way I look at it. It's like you're really gonna let yourself get hung up over comedic racism and like a reel that like you choose to look at. You don't have to look at them if it offends you. Just don't don't use Instagram at that point. Be abstaining from the the doom scrolling. I think that's like a message everyone can benefit from. Just don't doom scroll. I think I should listen to that. Do as I say, not as I do. Wow, I get to use bundles now. It's so weird to me. It's like I'm playing modded Minecraft. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. I'm used to like OG Minecraft from like 2000 and like what, 15? Yeah, 2015. That was peak. That was peak life back when I was happy. Oh my gosh. I've been having like flashbacks to my childhood. It's like, yeah, I was a stupid, fat little kid, but I was happy. It's like now I've learned so much. I've come so far, but am I happy? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. There be nights where it's just like, as long as we don't hurt ourselves, we're doing better, right? There's so much I'm like thinking about talking about, but I just don't know if I want to say all these things yet. That's why I'm very apprehensive on the mic right now. I don't even know if this audio is going to come out good. I might have to do a retake, but I'll still upload this just so you know what the first unfiltered take looks like. If I end up doing a retake, I will label it as such. But yeah, I feel like, okay, um, you're probably not even watching this anymore, but like maybe this is a background noise to you at this point. But I feel like a good reason to make videos like these is because like over the past, I'd say maybe 10 years again, it's like it seems to be the time frame of humanity's decline, for me at least. A common theme on YouTube is like the videos are just profit based. Like what can we do to make the most money? And really, it's horrible to watch because the human element is just completely removed. And it's like the YouTubers nowadays who try to be human connections are all like super leftist, like gay libtards basically. I don't know how else to put it. And it's like why do we have to be so political all the time? Just be normal and talk. Okay. See, like I'm gonna get a ton of hate by saying like be normal, but what I mean by that is like um, stop just trying to make yourself the center of attention all the time. You don't need to be yelling and like flashy, just like civilized human interaction. Did I already loot this village? I think I did. It looks very familiar. And that portal, um, I think I'm going in circles. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe, like, next video I'll talk about, like, the modern, I don't know, sort of what it's like being a guy in the modern world. Cause, like, that, I could go on for a little bit about that. I need to start building a house at some point in this world. But the question is where? I saw a jungle somewhere, but now I can't see because it's foggy. Um, oh, there it is. Okay, let's go to the jungle. Wow, these shaders look really nice. Um, Here, let me show you what they are in case you're wondering. They're derivative shaders. I recommend them. I don't feel like people talk about them that much. So yeah, if you're looking for new shaders, I would recommend these. Wait, I have a smoker, don't I? I do. I think I have to go soon, but like, I need to get to the jungle. Okay, I'm gonna make it as far as I can towards the jungle, so when I log back in, I can see it. Also, like, aren't there copper tools at this point in time? I don't know. Probably. I don't really care. I feel like they were an unnecessary addition to the game. I think next year I'm gonna get like a house of my own. I'm gonna have to start commuting to school, and that's gonna be interesting because I've never really done that before. Um, it's like I'm constantly having to adapt. Yo, like this is peak. Why did I stop playing Minecraft? It's so beautiful. Where's my bed? I need to sleep. There we go. Don't question my avatar. I set it like this to make money on Skyblock by questionable selling of goods, but I never changed it, and I don't play Skyblock anymore, so I don't really, honestly, I don't even know how to make my own skin anymore. Like, I have forgotten. I'm such a retired gamer. Forgot like how to play video games properly. Obviously, I can still play them, but like nowhere near the level I used to. What are these brown? They added brown eggs. Is that modded? Is that vanilla? It should be vanilla. I don't think I have any content mods. Why would they add brown eggs? There was no need for them to do that. The inventory management was bad enough as it is. Now they're just making it worse. I have a class I have to go to. It's a 2 hour long class. It's like it starts at 7 o'clock. It's like never take those late classes. Um, it's just unless all your classes are that time, because then it ruins like the daily routine. For me at least. Like by 9 o'clock, I want to sleep, but I'm still like coming home from class by then. Like I want to be physically sleeping by 9 o'clock, but I can't. I gotta go caving soon, man. This place looks like it has awesome caves. Uh, oh, an abandoned village. That's quite rare. Oh, I almost fell in a hole. Man, I remember like Jen from popular MMOs would always fall in holes. Like she would have fell in that. Oh man, that brings me back. When like popular MMOs was still making like Lucky Luck videos with Jen. I'd come home after school and watch whatever their latest one was. And those were the days. Like that peak life. It'll never get better than that. That was when my life peaked. Oh, looks like I have to go. But I did, in fact, make it to the jungle, or at least right in front of it. Well, I'm gonna end the recording and I'm gonna upload this and see what happens. Because why not? I'm bored. I need something new in life. Alright, see ya later, maybe. Bye.